and welcome to my kitchen. Today, we are going to go over some alternatives to Atlas Coffee Club. Now, as you can see, I myself have tried Atlas Coffee Club. I believe I tried it back in college as well. And if you know, you know. You get single origin beans roasted to your preference from a rotating region of the month, right? A rotating country of the month. Love single origin beans. You have the ability to customize your delivery schedule. You can pause and skip at any time, and you can change your roast preference whenever you want. You can also rate the individual coffees that you get. You can skip a week, and it's all of the ones that I'm going to be talking about are a pretty similar price range. But the one that I got was the Vietnam bean. And what's cool about it is you get a little history lesson and a little postcard of the region from which your beans are coming. Super cool, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Their beans are pretty delicious. I liked this one that I got. However, there are alternatives. Atlas is far from the best when it comes to personalization and customization, and there are many other options. So if you're getting bored and you want to branch out, you came to the right place. We are going to be discussing the best Atlas alternatives for a variety of reasons. So I looked at a couple of different things when compiling this list to make sure that the alternatives that I was giving you were going to offer a similar or superior experience to Atlas. So first off, of course, I looked at bean quality because Atlas's beans are really, really good. I'm never gonna knock that. This is delicious. Every bean I've tried from there has been very good. It's very good quality, it's single origin, all that good news. So bean quality, I never compromised on. I also looked at options that had single origin offerings versus ones that also had blends, right? And this kind of ties into my next criteria for judging, which was variety. Of course, there are so many countries in the world that you are not going to get bored. You are not going to run out of new beans to try with Atlas. However, it is kind of a rotating situation. So there aren't as many options at your disposal. When we look at some of these competitors that offer single origin beans as well as blends, which just allows for quick coffee lesson. Single origin means, as it suggests, that it comes from a very specific region. And it's a great way to kind of learn a little bit about that region and the specific circumstances in which those beans were harvested. It's a wonderful way to explore, the culture behind coffee. However, there are also blends, and these are varieties that are roasted to fit a specific flavor profile, and they're way more consistent, and it's great if you know exactly what you're looking for in a coffee. And again, just offering both of these is a better option if you want to try different things, if you want to explore. Next up, I did look at customization and personalization options. So with Atlas, you're kind of limited to what that month's country is. With many of these, it kind of comes with a deeper dive into your personal tastes and preferences. For me, I like a light roast. I like a light to medium roast. I like fruity flavors. I like really bright and expressive beans or blends. And so some of the ones on this list allowed me to further customize and personalize. And also many of them, offer more of a dynamic experience where you can update your preferences as you learn what you like. So I also looked at those when compiling this list, and of course, real customer reviews. Checked out TikTok, checked out YouTube, checked out the forums, checked out r/Espresso, all those good places to make sure that each of these had actual positive feedback from real customers. And one last thing, I also looked at subscription logistics because Atlas makes it very easy to change how frequently you're having beans delivered, and also to change the quantity of beans that you have delivered. In case your significant other moves in and now you have to share your love of coffee, you need 2 bags at a time, I got you covered. Also, all of these offer the ability to pause, cancel, or skip at any time. I think it's really cool that Atlas offers that. I think every subscription service should offer that, but I made sure that the ones on this list specifically did have that. So without further ado, let's get into the picks. First up, I have Trade. This is going to be the best Atlas alternative for better customization and personalization. Right off the bat, this isn't the most important thing, but it does come in a bag rather than this box, which many of the beans do come in. I like that better because it travels easier and it fits in my little mail locker. They don't have to, leave it at the office with the package center. It fits perfectly, and I love that about it. That is the least important thing. However, I just felt like that was worth mentioning. What I like about Trade is that they just have a wider variety and more opportunity to customize and personalize your subscription to your preferences. Personally, as I said, I like funky, I like bright, I like floral, but I also like to switch it up sometimes, and I like to get a medium or darker roast. I like to change things, variety is the spice of life, and they have you covered when it comes to that. They have both single origin beans and blends. Single origin beans are kind of a great way to get a quick geography lesson about the specific circumstances in which the bean was harvested, like altitude, rainfall, all that good stuff, and understand how that influences the flavor of the bean. I think that's super cool. I think that it's good to celebrate, the culture of what you're drinking. And so I love that I can choose that, but they also have blends. So I also love consistency, and blends are roasted more to match a specific flavor profile rather than focusing on a specific region. So they offer both of those. They have hundreds of different beans from over 55 independent roasters across the country, which I think is also cool. And yeah, this is what I got from them. I got the methodical Costa Rica La Pastora. It is washed. It was prepared on March 30th. I got it very fresh and it was delicious. It's everything I'm looking for in a bean. Here, you can look at that closer. Also beautiful packaging. That's beside the point, but from an independent roaster in South Carolina. So I really appreciate that. I love that I get to support different independent roasters and try new things all the time. And they also kind of act as your partner in exploration. So you can update your profile at any time as you learn your preferences and what you like. And they will take that into account when picking your next bean, which I think is really cool. So still you get the flexibility to pause, skip, cancel your subscription at any time. So this would be my overall top pick when it comes to an alternative that has better personalization options. I forgot to mention, but Atlas does charge a shipping fee. Beanbox also does. Trade does not, as long as you buy 3 to 6 to 9 months at a time. Next up is going to be Beanbox. I don't have a box with me here. However, the reviews online are overwhelmingly favorable. This is gonna be the best option for the widest variety. They have 600 plus beans available from all around, right? People love this wide variety. They also have, of course, single origin beans, much like Atlas. However, you can also get anaerobic beans, which I had first when I was in Costa Rica, and that just means that they ferment the coffee cherry and it gives it a funky kind of taste. It's fruitier, it's often described as boozy, and that process is just unique and exciting to me. And so I love that they have multiple options for that. You can, again, customize your delivery. And a lot of people love the variety. Again, personalizable, customizable. So an important thing to note, but Beanbox is gonna be the best for a better variety when compared to Atlas. Next up, if you are an espresso person, then the best Atlas alternative for you is gonna be Blue Bottle Coffee. This was an independent roaster that originally started in Oakland, California. They have now since expanded to multiple locations across the country. But while they offer, different bean subscriptions for blends, for single origin, for cold brew, for instant coffee. That's another important one. Atlas doesn't offer that. And I think instant coffee is really important. There are some mornings where I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered, and I'm a barista. I'm not a snob, but I do think that from an accessibility standpoint, that bears mentioning. However, because they offer all of these other ones, including instant coffee, you may think maybe they're just great. They are. However, on r/Espresso, everyone mentioned Blue Bottle Coffee. Everyone's a fan. It's the best espresso subscription. And so I do have to list them as my top espresso pick. As you can see, I have my little DeLonghi in there. I also have my mocha pot. It has been a little bit too much for my little heart to take recently, but I would definitely recommend those two methods for brewing your espresso. I just miss my mocha pot. I miss the days when I could take it, when my heart could take it. With this subscription, you can choose to receive a shipment every 1, 2, 3, or 4 weeks, and you can choose how many bags you receive. But for espresso, Blue Bottle is the way to go. Next up, if you're looking to support a single roaster, then I would definitely recommend Black and White Roasters, their subscription. I also like this one for larger families, or for, if you and all your friends are living in the same house. I think that's pretty cool. I think this might be the subscription for you. They offer larger bags. You can, of course, still get the standard 12-ounce bag, but you can also get a 2-pound or 5-pound bag in your shipment. So if you're trying to caffeinate the community, this is a great option. While it is a single independent roaster, they roast beans 4 days a week. And so your shipment is always super fresh. Everyone online seems to really dig them. Of course, you again get customizable delivery schedule, skip, pause, cancel anytime. And if you're interested in trying, something a little special, they have a Black Label subscription. And that, kind of like it sounds, they offer more unique, limited time, special batches that you can try. So if you're looking to spice things up, zhuzh it up, you're looking for something a little bit more refined, and you want to support a single roaster, then Black and White Coffee is a great way to go. You are still going to get plenty of variety, more than Atlas, and the online communities love it. Last but not least, if you love the educational and the learning aspects of your Atlas subscription, then you may want to take things a step further and try Drift Away. This one is what I'm going to list as the best coffee tasting experience. So with their subscriptions, they actually do something a little bit different. You have the option to opt in or out, if you already know what you're about, to their Explorer Kit. And that comes with a virtual coffee tasting lesson. Now, depending on which subscription you choose, if you choose the light roast subscription, you get 2 4-ounce bags. If you choose the medium dark, then you get 3 4-ounce bags. But if you choose the whole mix, then you get 5 4-ounce bags of coffee to sample with this virtual tasting, to understand better what you like and what you don't like and why you like it or don't like it. They also focus a lot on sustainability alongside the education. Their coffee comes from smallholder farmers across the world, so you know that it's ethically sourced and sustainable. I really love that, and I love the educational aspect of it. I think it's important to celebrate, the culture behind coffee. Coffee is a very, it's not just a cup of coffee in a diner mug, but it also is. I could go on, but I'm not going to. That's not what this is about. So overall, if you love Atlas, that's totally fine. I love them too, obviously, as I have beans right here. But if you're looking for an alternative, there are some options out there that are even better. My favorite overall for customization and personalization is going to be Trade. The best for a wider variety of beans is going to be Bean Box. The best option, if you're looking for espresso specifically, you're going to want to go with Blue Bottle Coffee. If you want to support a single independent roaster, Black and White Coffee offers some high quality beans, roasted fresh, and a Black Label box subscription for you to get a little bit more adventurous. And if you are looking for a coffee tasting lesson and an involved and educational experience, then you're gonna wanna try Driftaway. Let me know what your favorite bean subscription box or bag is, and if I missed any on this list. Thanks.